What's going on, guys? Megasmit here, and today we are going to be playing in the top lane against a Jace. We are going to most likely be trying to just out-sustain this guy. That's something I've learned very, very well with Renekton recently, especially playing him so much as I have been. Jace is a champion who has no innate sustain. He's most likely going to want to try and build a Bloodthirster later in the game, but it's already going to be a little bit late for him to do that, especially since, you know, we're basically going to have... I hope that he doesn't level his E here, but he probably will. Okay, so with our Q, we're basically able to make it so that any damage he puts on us is basically going to be wasted. I should have gotten that CS. And what we want to try and do is make sure that we get as little creep as possible right now, since he's pushing this in. As little creep as possible with our Q when it's not enraged, and as much as possible when it is enraged. And what that's going to do is allow us to... What is this tank doing? See, that was a mistake right there. I should not have dashed the second time. I should have walked up to him, and I should have... Okay, we're fine here. Master Yi is, or was here for the gank, but we make the Jace flash, so that's okay. Maybe a Master Yi will come back up to us, you never know. Don't want to let this guy get any free hits on us. See, hitting as many creeps as possible is going to allow us to... Oh, I missed the... We have a Ezreal in the mid lane who... Again, last time it was the Ezreal on the enemy team who ended up getting the jungle item. This time it's going to be our Ezreal who will most likely end up trying to buy the jungle item. We said it in the pregame lobby that it doesn't work as well anymore, but he did not listen to us. That's okay though. What are you gonna do? See, right there, we could have easily dashed back out, but what we want to do instead is save the rage there that we could have easily just wasted, right? Save the rage and just go in here, clean up those creep, and use the rage that we'd get from... Use the rage that we get from E-ing in and out and proccing the W. Even if we can't use it on Jace, we want to be using it on the minions so that we can get our heal up as soon as possible again. So that we can stay in the lane, not be worried that he's going to be able to hurt us, and because we clear his creep so early, we're able to auto him for a lot freer than he can us, right? Because people a lot of the times forget how much minions, or maybe they don't forget, maybe they just don't know how much minions actually do for damage, especially when there's a tank wave. They do quite a bit of damage. And we're going to be able to get another Q here. Oh, I messed up that tank. That's okay. Jarvan was dead, so he could be making his way up to us right now. So I'm going to save my E for any potential engages that they might try on me. Even if he EQs on me, I'm not that scared that I would end up dying. But I don't want to give them any free kills. Especially since I haven't backed yet. I don't have any real big power spikes yet. That's a big thing with Renekton that I learned recently, is that his E actually gives a pretty big amount of rage once you dash the second time. It's just actually getting in there and hitting all of those minions with it. And making sure that you don't end up making sure that you don't end up wasting the rage. That's a very, very big thing. What do we have Jarvan in the bot lane, so I'm actually not that scared. I'm not going to put my ward down. I'm going to try and pay attention to what they end up doing. Don't want to be letting this guy basically get free harass in there. We are 51 to 45. That's alright, as long as we don't end up dying here. Ahri is in the mid lane. Yeah, I almost said Yasuo. Jarvan was bot lane, but he could be making his way up right now. I don't know if he backed, so instead of not playing it safe, I'm going to put my ward down. And this guy, if I do this right, he could end up actually pushing this out into my lane. Okay. So, that would have been nice to get that crit on him. If I had used my ultimate earlier, we actually could be sitting in a relatively nice position here. So this guy is actually going to back. What I'm going to end up doing is put a little bit of damage onto his turret. Then try and get one more wave. He has heal, actually. So I didn't realize that. He is going to be in a pretty piss poor position here then. Because I'm going to make him essentially miss a full creep wave here if I do this correctly. If I can get my creeps into tower range a little bit quicker than this. Okay. So we should be able to make we play that just right then. If I had backed before then, I should be a little bit careful here. I don't know where Jarvan is. The last time we saw him was in the bot lane, and he could easily, especially with Jace having a tier here, he's going to have the mana to EQ a little bit more often. So I'm just going to walk away from this, I guess, and hope that okay. Because of the way that the tower is, I actually ended up dashing into nothing. Essentially, I should have been up here, but instead I ended up dashing against this part of the tower. Yeah, well, I pinged the tower, so it. So because of that, what do we have? We had Jarvan. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go a Tiamat here into. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna buy the second part of. Or the first part of the Black Cleaver before finishing my Tiamat. I'm going to make sure that I move the Tiamat into the correct position that I like putting it into. This guy is actually not here, so I'm going to make sure to push this in. I'm going to make him miss more creep. That's something that you really need to take your advantage on when somebody on the enemy team doesn't take TP against you in the top lane. And I'm lagging quite a bit here, making me miss some CS. I'm level 9, so I'm going to back here and buy some wards. Very important that you do that when you are pushing in as frequently and as far as I am. Making sure that you don't give them essentially free kills for no reason. So I don't know where Jarvan is, but I think I must be doing a pretty good job of trying to of keeping him towards at least the top side of the map. Seeing me push in Jace so much probably makes him at least wanna gank me. But I did see him at least one time, and we haven't seen. Oh, there he is. He's in the bot lane right now. Okay, gonna avoid that. I wish I had played Jace when he was a little bit stronger. when he was a baller, a little bit taller. No, but I wish I had played him when like his gait used to slow enemy teams as well. I've only heard the tales. I think that was even before I started playing the game. Either that or I have no idea where Jace is, so the team should be careful of that. But I've only heard tales of that. That would be super incredible. That was actually when my favorite top laner in the pro scene, Dyrus, used to play him. I think it wasn't that long ago that he played him in a game in I think like last season too. That's always cool to see. Like Dyrus used to play Singed as well. That's the main reason why I ever played Singed in the top lane. No other reason than because I saw him play Singed. I was actually thinking of picking up Singed again for because of the new AP item changes. It's actually he's gotten a little bit stronger, a tiny bit, just because of how the items work. So I have no idea where this Ahri is. I want to be a little bit careful. I'm going to make my way over to their blue buff and ward it. Then I'm most likely going to be putting down a pink inside of the bush over here, so that I can have a little bit of vision when she comes over to me. Then I pretty much have all of my bases covered. I just want to be making sure that when these wards time out and when the mid laner disappears, that I'm paying attention to that. Okay, well, I hit him with the Tiamat, so I win that trade. Alright. His lane is going to be pushing into me. I have no idea where Jace is going, so I'm going to let this push in. I'm going to slowly push it back out, or as best as I can, slowly push it back out. I'm most likely going to end up killing a little bit faster than... Nah, maybe not. Probably not. Yeah, his lane, especially since he has the cannon, his lane is pushing in a little bit faster than my Tiamat can. And with all these mages, he should miss quite a bit of CS here, actually. I ended up, for quite a while, really liking building Black Cleaver first, because I've gotten really good at forcing their enemy top laner to go and do other much less efficient things around the map. So it's different when someone like me tries to take Jarvan and gank a whole bunch, right? If I can get into the mid lane, give my mid laner a kill when I'm top lane, and get back top lane with a TP or whatever, then that's really good, right? But I guess I might as well just keep pushing this then, right? Because yeah, J4 is... I mean, I don't know if they have a ward over here, but... Yeah, they're most likely going to push in that mid turret, which I'm not going to be able to defend by myself anyway. I'll be able to see... Yeah, okay, so the only person I'm scared about right now is the...
Your turret's been destroyed.
Oh. I was like, why did my TP get canceled? I didn't spam it, so I didn't... But she ended up just, killing it before I could get to the turret, so... That's okay. I have no idea where this Ahri's gonna go.
They took a dragon.
That's not good. So... I'm gonna end up popping on another potion here. We actually just crit for 500. That's pretty good for how early we are. Especially as Renekton. Maybe someone like Nasus, you might expect that a good crit. I'm shaking the desk a lot. I hope you guys can't hear that.
An enemy's on a killing spree.
I'm basically doing as much as I can without basically doing anything. Right? Like, I'm staying top lane here. And... This guy is level 11. I did not expect that. I expected, I'm going to put a ward down here so that I can at least try and see where he's going to end up going. He put a ward down as well. I'll have to keep that in mind. This J4 shouldn't have ultimate. I meant to dash back out, but I waited a little bit too long for my dash to come off of, and it went on cooldown, I mean. So I'm going to use my dash, actually, to go up to the top lane here. He is still level 11, and he's pretty much going to run out of mana here. The only thing I'd be scared of, I guess, is a Jarvan coming up to gank me, but I'm not sure if that's going to be his #1 priority right now. Okay. I have a minute on my TP. I'm actually... I'm not sure where this Jace is gonna go. I'm not that scared of him, obviously, but I just want to make sure that I'm not giving like a Jarvan a kill. If they both showed up, I'd be basically a sitting duck, even with my ultimate. But I'm gonna make my way over to the mid lane here and try and help Ezreal take down this turret. Yi is going to be in the bot lane trying to harass them down. We could have gotten that, actually. I think, I guess it depends on whether or not Yi engaged or Jarvan engaged on us, but even still, I could have just dashed out of it. And with the Jace going up to top lane here, I'm gonna back. No, I'm gonna just TP in on this. I was gonna back so that I could get items, but I'm actually not that scared of him, right? Like, I could probably still kill him, and he's going to be going down to the mid lane here. What I'm gonna end up doing again is just pushing this in, making sure that I'm warding so that I'm a little bit safe. I'm doing my combos very, very poorly here. But yeah, so what he's gonna end up trying to do is stop me from getting to his turret, which is actually very good for us. We'll be able to back here. We'll buy some boots so that we can escape potential potential ganks a little bit easier. We'll finish our Tiamat, especially since we're pushing so frequently. We'll end up buying the first part of our Black Cleaver there. Unfortunately, bot lane is going to end up picking up a couple of kills, but that's okay. We'll just make our way to the... We'll make our way back up to the top again. And by the time we ended up... Oh, I'm not going to be able to... Well, I literally don't have any way to join them, right? So this Caitlyn is actually doing a pretty good job of kiting here. But it's not going to be good enough, I think. Yeah. That's unfortunate. And my Tiamat's on the wrong thing. Luckily, I found that out before I engaged on anybody. So I want to try and get my my rage before engaging on Ahri here. Okay, so that's my fault, right? I made it all the way down to their turret. I engaged on Ahri thinking I might be able to get something done onto her. But because I never warded their blue buff, because I never made sure that anybody else could be coming my way, I ended up paying the price for that. Basically ended up giving the Jace a free kill, who is now 3-0. I'm not sure where... Where did I die the first time? Jarvan never came to gank, and Did I like... I must have died in the mid lane or something, right? I think it would be really nice to get the cooldown reduction, but I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to end up buying home guard so that I can make my way up to top lane and other lanes a little bit quicker. Oh, I'm going to make my way down to this fight because the team will most likely need me. I've been farming really, really well compared to this. I mean, actually, we're pretty much even, me and this Jace. He might even be a little bit further than me. I'm going to put a ward down here. I don't think we need to surrender this.
The enemy team has slain the dragon. And enemies unstoppable.
Yeah. That sucks. Jace was basically able to go to other lanes and get kills. I died to him once in blue buff. Who did I just die to? Killer Ari. Okay. So, yeah, that makes sense. Ari's probably been killing our Ezreal over and over again. Let's see. He is 1 and 4. Our mastery is 4 and 6. I mean, what are you gonna do, right? Like, I still don't, like, I'm not scared of Jace, not yet, but I don't want to let him get any free harass on me, right? Like, I still want to be playing the matchup smart. I am building damage here, so... Oh my god. Ari is getting more kills. That sucked. I wish I could have at least gotten the gotten an assist there. Probably would have taken it from him, but that's okay. We'll make our way over to this mid lane. We'll end up clearing the farm quick. What I'm gonna end up probably doing is getting a Sunfire after this. It'll give me the armor that the team will most likely want me to have, and it'll help me split push a little bit easier as well, which I plan on doing basically until we commit to fighting over and over again, which I'm not even sure when that'll happen, because essentially I don't know where Jarvan is, so I'm gonna back off here, and Ari is just up, so she can make her way up to me pretty easily here. This Scuttle Crab was taken from the enemy team. I usually use it to at least make my way into the mid lane. Ari is in the mid lane here, so Jace is gonna push this in. What I'll do is make my way back up to top lane. I don't want to be fighting unnecessarily, right? I'm doing a pretty good job of keeping pressure around the map, at least the little bit that I am, right? So I want to make sure that when I can, yeah. So he's just gonna back off here, and I'm actually after that one combo, I basically know that I can't fight him. I don't know if he landed his empowered Q on me, but it's actually in a pretty strong position here. So the only way I'm going to live through this is if basically if I dodge that. And was my flash up? I could have flashed, right? I wish my OBS was like a couple of seconds behind, so that I could have gotten out of the way there, but the Jace scales up a little bit faster than us, so he's able to and he's gotten 4 kills on me, right? So I've only got what, 40 creep on him, which is essentially like 1 kill, I think. So he's up on me by 3, and I'm not sure where he got those other kills. I think he killed... Well, yeah, he killed me twice, right? At the very least. I don't think he killed me anywhere else, though. So... Okay. Why am I not moving? I'm continuing to click here. But okay, we're gonna make our way down to. Gonna make our way down to Ezreal actually. Now that J4 has EQ'd away. Okay, I would like to make my way down here, please. Stop getting stuck onto the Braum. That's okay. We make her waste her ult there, which is actually pretty important for us. And then we'll actually end up getting a kill there because she ended up staying. We will now TP up the top lane here so that we can get this creep. And with this creep, we can go back and buy a finished Black Cleaver. Then the Black Cleaver I will most likely be turning into a... Or not turning it into anything, but I'll most likely... Actually, I'm not quite sure.
Your ally has been slain.
I feel like the Sunfire could be really good for us. And it's probably the best thing. Yeah, it's probably the best thing for us to buy other than maybe a Thornmail. Thornmail could be really good as well. It would allow us to... The Thornmail would allow us to fight someone like Jace a little bit more reliably. The only thing I'm thinking about is maybe the Spirit Visage could be a better pickup for us, right?
Your ally has been slain.
Yeah.
Mistaken for swabs.
So especially without Yi there or without our Braum. Did Braum ult there? No, he still had ult. There's basically nothing that, we could have done. There's nothing we could have done in that situation other than hoping that Master Yi could have got down to us a little bit quicker. We're still 0-5, so at this point, our best bet is to basically not get kills, so that we don't get any bounty. And I've done this actually a couple of times where you end up not getting fed kills wise. You just keep farming over and over again, right? So what I'm gonna try and do is use my Tiamat and my home guards to work around the map as quick as possible and get as much farm as possible so that I can tank up for the team. The only thing I'm scared about is that they can basically force all of these objectives from us because they're further ahead than us by, like, essentially a lot, right? The only thing that allows us to possibly stay in that race is that we have TP over them, but even still, that's a, like, what, 5-minute cooldown that I barely have up. Like, you know, right now, obviously, it's not up. Okay, so my big thing is I'm gonna try and peel for Ezreal, and our Caitlyn, even though I'm not sure, like, what's our Caitlyn? 1 and 3, so even if I do peel for someone like Caitlyn, we're not going to be really putting out that much more DPS. And then Ezreal again, like he's 1 and 5 as well, so if we do peel for him, we're not going to have that much more DPS than if we were to, like, I guess what we should be trying to do is, like, catch out one of their carries, but by the time I do that, I'm, like, gonna be dead, right? Like, unless they're putting all of their attention onto Caitlyn and Ezreal, by the time that I get anything done, I'm most likely just gonna be dead, right? So I'm gonna buy the armor. I'm gonna make my way. Actually, oh, I don't have TP. I was trying to TP onto that ward, but that's how observant I am. It's just like, obviously, like if I could have TP up all the time, I'd do it. You know, I'd TP up or I'd TP everywhere. But okay, we're gonna have to make our way up into the mid lane here so that we can try and defend it. Most likely, our team will do their best in defending this bot lane, but I don't know. They're doing a very good job of picking us off and sieging us when they can. They're I think maybe not tanky enough, but like they're aware enough that like when one of their teammates are in trouble, they're basically making their way over to them as quickly as possible and making sure that so there was a lot of things that I could have done there. And in fact, I don't even think we killed... Yeah, we didn't even kill Jarvan there. So that whole fight was basically worthless. And I think the biggest thing there is that I just... I did not have any magic resist. I mean, I want to say no. I don't agree with that. Ezreal mid right now... Well, maybe with Smite sucks, but I don't think Ezreal mid sucks. I think maybe the Smite might have been a bad decision. It's just like, you know, this is I think like day one of the new patch. My UI is still like not changing. I have to fix that, but I haven't. I mean, I would rather keep the old UI for now so that I can try and stay as basically comfortable as I can. You know, any sort of change is always like, you know, freaky. I don't think that I don't think Jace could stay here, right? Like, I feel like if we engage on him here, he could be in a pretty shitty situation. But he's already gonna be too far for me to get onto him. And oh, what do we have? So Caitlyn is most likely going to end up dying here. So if we can get... Oh, yeah, let's just get out of here. I ended up wasting my... I ended up wasting my flash there as well, but I was trying to wait for my rage to be ready to get the healing back. Then I wasted it on my second dash instead of flashing in. If I had flashed in, I don't think it would have made that much of a difference, but I would have been able to heal off of my Q instead of wasting it on the armor reduction on the E, which I don't even think I landed on that many of them. Maybe like the Janna and the I almost said the Janna and the Ana, but the Janna and the Ari. Even if I had flashed into there, I think I would have hit what, like 2 or 3 champions, maybe. Oh, okay, so they're not at Baron, but maybe I would have got back up to full-ish. But even with that, like, Ezreal pretty much died right away. So there was... I mean, obviously, I could have saved my flash for, like, getting out of there, but I think this... Unfortunately, this game, after coming off of that last game, this game is looking like we're not going to be able to get anything done here. Okay. That's a very good thing. Like, even if you feel like a little bit uncomfortable pushing...
Your ally has been slain. An enemy's unstoppable.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to go in on that. I guess I could, like, try and help
Ally has been slain.
defend this though. I kind of want to say yes just so I can end the game. I mean, whoever the fourth vote, they might say yes anyway. But I generally like to not say yes to surrender votes, especially after like that Blitzcrank game. I forgot what number it was, but like pretty much anything after that, like I feel like anything's possible, right? Okay. I mean,
Your inhibitor's been destroyed.
the big thing here is just that they're so far ahead. And what is this Jarvan actually building? Yeah, he has the black cleaver, so he has. Oh, well, we surrendered anyway. That's all right. I mean, I don't feel like I did a terrible job against Jace. He was just able to go into other lanes and get kills, and because of that, I wasn't able to fight him anymore in the top lane, and because of that, I wasn't able to stay top lane as much as I wanted to. And then, you know, pretty much nowhere else got anything going, right? Like 0 and 7 looks bad, but I'm also not supposed to be getting kills. Not often, right? Like there are times where it's just like, you know, I'll get 2 or 3 kills top lane, then go mid lane, get a kill or share a kill, whatever. But a lot of the times when I'm top lane, I'm just bullying them out of lane, as Renekton, of course. I'm bullying them out of lane, farming up as much as possible, taking that advantage into the mid game, and being the tank for the team so that they can start to have more pressure and us have more pressure as a whole. But because of the way that look, Graves 8-1, Jace 9-0, Ari 15-7. Like they just snowballed out of control basically there. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Okay, bye.